Hello everyone, Lucas here with Klim, and today we're going to be talking about the brand new Baja S4 mesh adventure piece. This is your ultimate hot weather on-road, off-road adventure gear, okay? The main idea here is airflow, so you don't have a bunch of weird layers and fabrics that look like mesh but actually don't flow any air. This is our Schoeller Dynatec mesh fabric. It's extremely durable. If you're familiar with the induction jacket, this is more durable than the induction mesh. Then we have our secondary airflow fabric here, which is a stretch woven nylon. You're familiar with that from the Americas jacket and pant. And this covers a lot of your stretch areas, so this jacket's flexible and comfortable. This Schoeller mesh does have a little bit of stretch properties to it as well. Extremely comfortable, air permeable. And then we've got our super fabric here, which you're familiar with on the Badlands jacket. Extremely resistant to abrasion. So that covers our main fabrics going on here in the jacket. We've got our mesh, our moisture wicking mesh liner on the inside as well, which you are familiar with. And then we get into protection. As I mentioned, we have the super fabric in the key impact and abrasion areas. And then we have our storage, which is fairly solid here for a midweight adventure jacket, coming in similar to the Carlsbad, which you guys are familiar with. We've got our stat card here. We've got 2 hand pockets, 2 front lower body pockets. We have a bunch of internal pockets here as well. Down in the lower torso, we have our kidney belt pass through as well, which is back on the protection note, available separately. We have an internal pocket here, which I will get to in just a moment. We have a back pocket on the back of the jacket, and then 2 cargo pockets here that are accessible with this angled position, are accessible whether you're sitting or standing quite easily. So back to this inside pocket here. On the back of this jacket, inside we have a hydration bladder port, so you can put your 3-liter hydro pack in there and route the hose actually through the body of the jacket, and it comes out in this pocket, which you can then also attach up here with this elastic loop, so it's easy access. This is good for your long distance travelers who don't want to be putting all of that weight of a backpack and the bulk of a backpack on your body. You just have your hydration there and everything else is on the bike. And the last thing we have here on the pants is this perforated leather here inside the knees, so you have some grip on the bike and some heat protection as well. And then of course your standard adjustment features back here and the zippered cuff, so you can fit it over off-road boots, somewhere in the CD Crossfire 2s in this case. So overall, this is your hot weather, aggressive off-road riding with the flexibility, on-road riding with the safety jacket that's going to cover basically a huge range of conditions on your adventure bikes. And to take it even further into more conditions, you have the Enduro S4 jacket and pant. Stretch waterproof goes on top of this, and you hear about that in just a second. So I have my Baja S4 jacket and pants on, but as you can see, it's about to start raining. So what I do is I take my Enduro S4 overshell and I put it on. It's packable, you can put it in your luggage. And this is our purpose-built adventure and dual sport overshell series for specifically off-road and adventure type riding. We have the Forecast series for touring. We have the stowaway jacket for your regular packable rain jacket. But this is specifically built for off-road riding, where you want more mobility, you want more flexibility, but you also want to be able to put it on over your off-road boots. So there are a couple key features here that set it apart from our regular Forecast pants. The major thing, Forecast series I should say, the main thing is the fabric. This is a Schoeller stretch waterproof fabric, okay? So it's not breathable like Gore-Tex. It still breathes, but it's not as breathable as Gore-Tex. But what we get with this is a great 4-way stretch property. So what that means is you buy a large Baja S4 and you buy a large Enduro S4 overshell, you put it on and it still fits, it still moves with your body, it doesn't restrict hardly at all. You barely notice you're wearing it, honestly. And same thing with the pants. So you get a ton of mobility still in all of your dynamic off-road riding. And you also get a level of durability with this that you don't get from thinner, lighter materials. So the main thing here is, as I mentioned before, the ease of use when you're adventure riding. If you're out somewhere in the middle of an environment that's about to get rainy, you don't want to stop, take off your boots, take off your pants and put on an inner liner. You also don't want to take off your boots to put on some narrow pants. So what we have with these pants fully unzip on both sides. So you basically just step into the pants, put them on, snap some buttons, and zip up both sides and you're ready to go. The jacket is a regular jacket, you just put the jacket on. So you might have some questions about sizing. I'm wearing 32 tall pants and I get the 32 tall overshell. They fit over it directly. Same with the jacket. You wear a medium jacket, you get a medium overshell. You wear a large jacket, you get a large overshell. Again, that stretch property makes it fit extremely well and doesn't restrict your movement hardly at all. So some advice, you can pair this with your off-road sets like your Mojave or Dakar. You can pair this with, of course, the Baja S4. You can pair this with your Dakar jacket. This is a really, really wonderful, multi-purpose, serious off-road and adventure riding overshell set. So go ahead and take a look at the Enduro S4 overshell set. Let us know what you guys think in the comments, and see you next time.